Can you walk the stress away? What an absolutely great question. Hello, my successful and healthy earthlings. Mihaela Ragushia, naturopath and founder of the Natural Health Podcast. And in today's episode today, I am going to talk to you about, can you walk the stress away? Nature-based physical activities and stress, and 3 tips to reduce your stress. And at the end of this episode, I'm going to give you an opportunity to join our Health and Success Orange community by clicking below and joining the Natural Health newsletter. Welcome to the Natural Health Podcast, where we bring awareness to sustainable health in the business hustle space. Natural Health Podcast is perfect for the high-performing, business-minded individuals who want to work with their biochemistry to achieve success and optimal health. It's Mondays with Mihaela. That's right, me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Absolutely love, and appreciate your support. On Mondays, I'm here to provide you with simple, savvy, and sustainable health hacks to optimize your health. Let's go. Today's episode, I'll be talking about walking and stress. The key question is can you walk away the stress? Such an interesting question. And I don't know about you, but myself, whenever I feel that little bit of stress coming on, I go, you know what? I'm going to go for a walk. So I thought it works for me every single time nearly. So is it science-backed? Is there proof that you can walk away the stress? I thought I was going to look into that. So therefore, that's why this episode is here today for me to talk to you about it. So walking can help relieve stress. Walking gives you time to think as well as time to get away from the stressor. So something may have happened and you're like, I want to get away from it. So therefore you go for a walk or you remove yourself from the situation. Getting out of the stressful environment, breathing in that fresh air, feeling your body move is an absolutely natural stress relief. There's so many stress reliefs out there, but this is an absolutely natural one. I'm going to go through some benefits of walking, right? When you're walking, it actually widens your vision, which is a calming effect. And you also connect to nature. This is if you are walking outside, you hear the birds sing, you smell all the different flowers, or even the trees, their leaves. You smell the air, it smells different. You smell the sand. You connect to nature. If you are going with someone, you get to talk. You get to talk about things that bring you guys closer together, and you get to talk about common things, common likes and so forth. Even some amazing ideas come out of walking. It's so interesting. I know a lot of people that decide to have business meeting as not a face-to-face in the office sitting down meeting. It's a walking meeting. What a great idea, right? Not only that, if you're walking, you get to laugh, you get to enjoy each other, you get to connect. What a beautiful thing to do. But not only that, when you're walking, what are you doing? You are moving. Therefore, you're moving your lymphatic system, you're moving all your muscles, you're moving everything around. And whilst you're doing that, you get to get out of your head. That's right. You get to get out of this beautiful head and just enjoy and see nature for what it is. If you are outside, you get to just be, you get time to just be. Whenever in your life do you get time where you just are, right? There's new neurons in your hypothalamus that get activated. It reduces anxiety, it reduces stress, it boosts your mood, it reduces depression. The list goes on and on and on. I mean, I could sit here or stand here as I am and talk to you about the benefits of walking, because the list goes on and on and on. I mentioned a few, so hopefully you get a better idea that answering the question, can you walk away your stress, right? The findings resolve a paradox, because exercise reduces anxiety while also promoting the growth of neurons in the hippocampus, which is amazing. There's so many scientists out there looking for drugs to have neurons in the hippocampus, and something as simple as walking may be able to do this. Wow, sign me up for that. But let's look into a study, right? There was a study done, and a study that looked at mood, how walking improves mood. A study published in 2018 showed that even a short bout of walking lasting just 10 minutes can improve your mood in young adults when compared to no activity at all. Researchers also noted that a short bout of meditation had the same effect, What an amazing study showing to us right here that walking can improve your mood the same as meditation. If you meditate for 10 minutes and if you go for a walk, it does the same thing, because we're always told, hey, how about we go meditate? Or hey, how about you sit there and breathe? But not many people can do that. They need to move. So you have a study backing you up right there, showing you that movement can boost your mood the same as meditating for 10 minutes, right? The other one is depression. I said that walking may be able to reduce your depression, which is directly linked to stress, and so is your mood. So many physicians recommend adding regular walking and exercise as a natural treatment to relieve depression. The cause of depression is related to brain chemistry and so many other factors that we now know that have come out. But getting your brain to release more of the happy chemicals, which we all want, the endorphins, you achieve a naturally what many prescription drugs and herbs try to do artificially in some instance. So there you have it. Not against pharmaceuticals at all. However, something as simple as going for a walk may be able to assist individuals with depression. What an amazing, amazing breakthrough. The other thing is cognitive function. I hear a lot of people say, hey, Mahela, help me improve my brain function. Hey, Mahela, I want my cognitive function to be on point. And what I say to them is, when was the last time you went for a walk? And they look at me like, what are you talking about? Well, for cognitive function to improve, several studies have suggested that walking may help improve cognitive function, especially in the older community. One study involved healthy adults aged 60 to 72 years old in a local community in China, Shanghai. It took part in both Tai Chi exercise program and walking program. After each program was completed, participants showed an improvement on a strop test, which measures cognitive function. How amazing is that? So you can go for a walk that will help your cognitive function. Another one is, I can keep going on and on, but I thought I'll increase another one, which is improved performance. We all want our performance to be absolutely amazing. And a study in 2011 showed that older adults walking 40 minutes a day, 3 times a week, reduced the normal age-related shrinkage of the brain's hippocampus, which is where the brain processes memory, emotions. After a year, they improved their performance on spatial memory tasks. How absolutely amazing it is. And I'm talking about all of these because they're all directly linked to stress. When we're stressed, our performance goes down. When we're stressed, our depression rises, our anxiety increases, and our mood decreases. So by walking, we're able to impact all of those factors. So let's have a look at nature-based physical activity and stress. And why am I talking about this? Because when we talk about walking, we have the gym, we have the treadmill, where you can walk in an artificial environment, or some people have, their treadmills in the garage or somewhere else. But what I'm specifically talking about here today is walking in nature, right? Why am I talking about this? So a growing number of studies have shown that visiting green spaces and being exposed to natural environments can actually reduce psychological stress. A number of questions concerning the effects of natural environments on level of stress remain, including, are activities engaged in natural environments more or less beneficial at reducing stress when compared to those in more urban setting? So the question is if I go for a walk in the city, right, which is filled with buildings, and if I go for a walk in the mountains or on the beach, will there be a difference in the reduction of stress? Well, there is a study that's done that, and they suggest that visiting a natural environment can be beneficial in reducing both physical and psychological stress levels, with visitors to a natural environment reporting significantly lower levels of stress than those counterparts visiting a more urban, outdoor setting or indoor exercise facility. Wow. So there's a study that has looked into this. Should you walk to reduce your stress outside in nature, or should you walk in the city or in a gym? And the answer is, if your goal is to reduce stress, it should be outside in nature. So then the question also raises that, these are the questions that run through my head is so why walk? Why not just sit in nature? If nature is so beautiful and it provides us everything we need, why can't we just sit in nature and get the same effects? Well, a 3-month therapy was provided participants meeting eligible criteria to receive the walk in nature, which is the experimental group, or the control group, which is sit in nature, in 1-to-1 ratio. And they followed them after 3 months to see what's happened, right? There was a significant effect of nature-based physical activity on traumatic stress and post-traumatic stress in comparison with sit in control. So this is saying there was a significant effect if you were walking, so physical activity, compared to just sitting in nature. And this is particular to traumatic stress and post-traumatic growth. So taking together these results show us that nature-based physical activity significantly improves psychophysiological outcomes induced as a result of post-traumatic growth and also reduces post-traumatic stress. So these are the questions that always go to my mind. It's like, okay, cool, we're supposed to be in nature, but can we do something else? We're supposed to meditate, but can we do something else to achieve the same thing? So in this podcast episode, I'm here to tell you that you can achieve a stress reduction by going for a walk outside. You have a choice if you want to sit and meditate in nature, or if you want to go and walk in nature. Or what about both? What about first sitting in nature, meditating, and then going for a conscious walk? How beautiful is that? So you're exposing yourself to the beauty that nature has provided us with. So 3 tips to reduce your stress. Number 1 is take a 10-minute brisk walk between each project that you may be happening. So you may be jam-packed, your calendar is like meeting after meeting after meeting, but then between those meetings, how about you go outside and take a 5 to 10 minute walk, right? Recharge yourself. The second one is make sure it's in nature. Make sure it's outside. If that's at the beach, if that's in the mountains, if that's in the hinterlands, wherever in a valley, wherever you feel most connected to nature, that's what will reduce your stress the most, right? So you are surrounded somewhere where you want to be, not where you're forced to be. The other one is, the third tip is to reducing stress is put it in your calendar, right? Your calendar has all of your meetings in it to grow your business or personal meetings. So why not put in your calendar reminders to go for a walk outside in nature? How amazing would it be if every single business professional, if every single individual out there put in their calendar a 10-minute walk in nature? Their stress would reduce dramatically. I'm here to tell you that. So there you have it. On the Natural Health Podcast, I spoke to you about how you are able to reduce your stress by taking a walk in nature. If you know someone who benefit from this episode, please share this with them and educate them on the benefits of taking a walk outside in nature. There you have it on the Natural Health Podcast. Do what you do best. Love, like, share the Natural Health Podcast. Let me know in the comments below where you love going for a walk. What is your favorite spot? And if you want, send me some photos of nature. I absolutely love it. And if you want to join our health and success oriented community, click below and join the Natural Health newsletter. Every Friday, you will be sent bonuses, specials, even discounts straight into your inbox. Every Friday, join the Natural Health newsletter and click the subscribe button to the Natural Health Podcast. And remember, the missing link between failure and success is your health. Content and information provided here is opinion of Mahela Raguse and is for information purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. It is not intended to provide medical advice or take the place of medical advice or any current treatment you're undertaking. Consult your own medical professionals for any medical issues that you may be having. This entire disclaimer also applies to any guests or contributors to the Natural Health Podcast. It is advised that you consult your doctor or healthcare professional in relation to any health concerns you may be having. Mahela Raguse does not take responsibility for any health consequences which occur from a person listening, viewing, or reading this content. And in no circumstances shall the Natural Podcast, Mahela Raguse, any guests or contributors to the Natural Podcast, or any employees, associates, or affiliates of Mahela Raguse be responsible for damages arising from the information provided on the Natural Podcast. By listening to this podcast, you agree not to use this podcast as medical advice to treat any medical conditions in either yourself or others. Please note, if you're taking prescription, do not stop your medication or start a new protocol, including but not limited to supplements, diet, lifestyle changes without consulting a doctor or healthcare professional. If you or any person has a medical concern, you should consult with your healthcare provider or seek other professional medical advice. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something that you have read or heard on the Natural podcast or in any linked materials. If you think you may have a medical emergency, call your doctor or emergency services immediately. Neither Mihaela Raguse nor the publisher of this content takes responsibility for the possible health consequences of any person or persons reading or listening or following the information in the educational content.